came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born. It's talking, it's hot, so leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated to love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Christian Kirk deep to return it. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Room here to run. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 60 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
First down, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
To throw is Jackson. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On second down, Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Drake. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they were able to get to him on it.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down, dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now Jackson on second down, eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Hilton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tight spot.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Flush to his right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Deion Jones. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. They're losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Oh, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. And from down in Miami, an update. And that one a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Seahawks. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This is Cohen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. And they've got it here with a first down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot down.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Steps under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. Looking long. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. This will be caught inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the rout is on here in this first half. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now let's go! Blue line it! Blue line it!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, boys, got four down. Hurry up, hurry up.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking deep for Hilton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Under.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Being chased out left. Wide open receiver complete. A very solid gain of 27.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Gun. 26.
Prescott now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards.
Gun. Here go 46. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Here go 46.
Prescott from the gun. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
47, 46.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson, and that's off the mark, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Deion Jones in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jaguars getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 49 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
26.
Prescott to throw it, and his throw is going to be incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Lambeau on for the extra point. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
4 down, check. Set. Green 39, green 39.
And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now Jackson to throw on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Go, get out there, get out there.
Prescott now on second down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Willie Henry in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Jackson now, forced out to his left. He dumps it off to Drake. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
That goes for a gain of 31. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens, they claw one back.
I know the scoreboard says here, but for all those who are playing fantasy football, their scoreboards are different. Points scored could benefit someone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd down, Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touch? And he's going to go down again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Jackson. That is